Hi everyone, welcome back to Invictus Motors, and today here we have a Land Rover Discovery HSE 7-seater, otherwise known as a tank for the road. Before we carry on any further, I just want to say, please excuse any sniffling or sneezing as I have really bad hay fever, and being surrounded by open fields isn't the best place to be, especially in summer. But we'll make do, and hopefully you guys will enjoy the video. This Discovery is finished in Marina Black metallic paint, and it also features the 20-inch 5 split spoke alloy wheels which are finished in sparkle silver. It also has 4-corner air suspension. This car also features with power heated folding memory mirrors, cornering headlights, and the washer jets here and here are heated, so in winter they won't freeze up, and should you ever need to use them, you don't have to park the car on the road and get a bottle of water. As I mentioned before, this car is a 7-seater, but this is one of the few 7-seaters that you can actually fit 7 adults in, which I will demonstrate by sitting in the back. However, if you were to look on the market for another 7-seater with seating for 7 adults, you'd probably end up spending about 40 grand on a GLS Merc. So I'm 6'2" tall, I'm quite a big fella, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to get in the back. There's 2 steps. First, you pull this lever and the seat folds flat. There's a little flap at the back, you pull that and it goes all the way up, and then you just step into the back, and then you can fold the seat back again. Easy. And I've got plenty of leg room, and there's more than enough space for another adult to sit next to me. Plenty of headroom as well. Normally when I sit in the back of a 7-seater, I have to sit like this or like this because my head doesn't have enough space. Now I'm going to show you another party trick. The seats fold completely flat and they're very easy to fold. So you start with this little lever here, you pull it, that goes all the way down, then you go over to the back. I don't know how you do it. And then finally there's a little lever here which you pull and you push the seat and it goes down completely flat, as you can see here, giving you plenty of luggage space. Another really nice thing about these cars is the tailgate is strong enough for 2 people to sit on and it will never break. Before we head to the front, which is probably the most important part of the car, you also have heated seats for the rear passengers as well. So now sitting in the front, you're met with a sea of beautiful, exquisite leather. This car has electric memory seats on the front, as well as a full extended leather interior. We have leather, really nice soft leather on the dash, on the doors, and it also has the Meridian high-end sound system, making those long journeys even better. As well as the extended leather pack, this also has the leather fascia, where all of this material here is covered in really nice soft leather, making the interior an even better place to be. It also has the interior veneer pack, so all of this here along the steering wheel and the doors is covered in a beautiful gloss metallic black. And it also has a heated steering wheel. Granted, in the summer it's not very useful, but in the winter it makes a huge difference to the comfort of driving. This car also has 3 sunroofs. The front one is power, tilting and slide, and all 3 of them have this blind that you can very easily operate to make sure the interior of the car doesn't get too hot when the sun is beaming down on a beautiful day like today. Another thing I love is in summer, especially where we are, we get a lot of flies and insects. Even with the sunroof open, you can close the blind to make sure that no insects, no unwanted anything gets into the car. This car also has ambient interior lighting, keyless entry and start, which it has 2 of these beautiful smart keys, and the icing on the cake is it has auxiliary heating, so you can turn the heating on a cold winter's day and make sure the car is nice and warm for you, so when you get into the car to drive it away, you're not freezing. This also has power operated lumbar support for the driver, which means you can adjust the seat to exactly how you want it, so you're comfortable for those long drives. And it also has dual zone climate control, so you and your passenger and the rear passengers can all sit comfortably and enjoy the drive ahead. This car also has Land Rover's famed terrain response system, where you can choose exactly what you're driving on and the car will give you the best grip possible. It also has air suspension that's height adjustable, so you can have it high for off-roading, middle for normal driving, and low for when you're loading, offloading the car. Also has hill descent mode, and it also has high range and low range gearbox. So now on to the best part of owning a car, any car, is driving. Now, you guys might not know this, but I actually live in London and I commute out to Hatfield Heath every single day. And weekly I average about 600 miles, so I do a lot of driving. So as fun as the Porsches and all of these Z4s and the sports cars are, they're just not practical for a long drive. So I've always had a love and a passion for big, comfortable cruisers, and this is just something else. Like, you know, everyone always talks about Range Rovers or Vogues. Everyone really overlooks the Discovery. And I think it's a very understated car in terms of it's as comfortable as any Range Rover or Vogue I've been in. It's more spacious, you get a bigger boot, and it's a lot more capable off-road than a Range Rover or a Vogue. Not that it's very important to most people, but let's talk about performance, as it does make a difference. Now, being a tank of a car that this is, it still shifts when you need it to. It has 253 brake horsepower and an absolute staggering 600 Newton meters of torque. That gives this a top speed of 112 miles per hour and a 0 to 60 of 9.3 seconds, which is absolutely amazing in a car that weighs over 2.5 tons. So the previous owner who I spoke to at length of this car actually had this car since 2018, and he said that since his ownership he's actually documented this, and he averaged 40 miles per gallon. For a car that weighs, what, as I said before, nearly 2.6 tons, that is absolutely amazing. On a run on the motorway, he said you can expect 50, and around town between 30 to 35, depending how smooth you are with the accelerator. And I think for a car this big, that is a genuinely very good stats. You won't expect anything better from any of its competitors. The previous gen Discovery also had the option of a petrol 4.4 litre V8. On paper, the 4.4 V8 previous gen engine had better 0 to 60 and a higher top speed. However, in comparison, there's hardly any difference between this 3 litre diesel and the old gen 4.4 V8. Being a diesel, this also has over 50% more torque than the previous gen 4.4 V8 engine. The previous gen V8 petrol would give you roughly 20 miles per gallon, if not less than that, which is less than half of what you get on this diesel. The petrol engine also had extremely high CO2 emissions, which means it had very high road tax, and this one is considerably less. So, with everything that we've just spoken about, it's obvious that the new gen 3 litre diesel is the much better car in terms of economy and saving money wise, as well as just refinement, being a newer car. So we've been driving it along roughly 40 miles an hour. It's cruising at just over 1000 RPM, and it's a very nice, comfortable place to be. But should you ever need to, you can always put the car in sport mode, and when you put your foot down, and it just absolutely shifts. You can overtake someone very easily on the motorway, and there's plenty of power for you to have a trailer on the back, for example, take it off-roading. You can load it up with 7 people or even 5 people, and you have all your luggage in the back for a holiday to Scotland maybe. There is nothing this car cannot do. So guys, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and please like, comment and subscribe, and let us know what other cars you'd like to see on the channel.